Hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of the So Nigerian podcast.
Sir.
And today, as always, we've come with a bangarang episode.
So
This episode is a banger
another banger.
because the guest that we have today, don't worry,
He's a banger himself.
is a banger himself. Have you ever seen somebody as a travel creator, lifestyle creator, fashion creator, lawyer? Can you balance law with
All
all
in
of these
one.
things? All of these
And he still
things.
goes to court too.
He still goes to court too.
He still
As
defends big cases, so it's not nothing small.
Guys, plot twist. Do you know he came with his wig today? Like this?
No.
he came with his wig. He just finished winning one case. Don't worry.
WWW.
We have Tobe season, or just Tobe.
Thank you. Tobe is fine. Tobe season. But actually go by barista.
Let's
T.
go, let's go.
Barrister
Let's
T.
go.
Sorry, my apologies.
It's fine. It's
We
chill.
used to respect
Next
lawyers
time.
we used to respect lawyer as well. But yeah, shout out. Thank you so much for being here. And today we have a very interesting topic for you guys. And you guys are going to learn from the law himself, from Barrister T. So before we go on, we have Tobe. Don't worry, this is our ritual here. And Isaac doesn't like the ritual, but it's
So
very.
I thought our last guest said we should
Don't worry. We have a call to action song. So the song here is on its way to win Grammy. So you're going to be an entertainment law too. You have it. You have entertainment love you do as well. So I know now you're jack of all trades. So it's easy for you. So you're going to be a lawyer when you win Grammy.
Yeah.
So Barrister T has said again to our song. So everything we say, just say gigi afterwards.
Jesus is Lord. Okay.
Barrister, don't forsake
Anyways,
us.
can you start the song?
Oh, yeah, no.
So have you subscribed?
Gigi.
Have you liked?
Gigi.
Have you commented?
Gigi.
Have you followed?
Stop. Before you run away.
Guy, the song blew our barrister's
I
head.
don't know about the Grammy, but I don't know about the big dreams. Yeah, dreamer. Yeah, dreamer. Yeah.
Don't worry. Victor, put the auto-tune. But don't worry, our barrister's head was mind blown. But yeah, like you guys should make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you followed, make sure you comment, and then we have a Google form link in the description below. You guys can share your thoughts, your opinions. You can say hello to our barrister. You can ask for his account number there too, in case you want to delay him.
If you have a case at hand,
If you have a case at hand.
You do promote it.
If you have flight tickets to his next you understand? So yeah, you guys should just make sure you share to your brothers, your sisters, your lawyers, everybody. Share to everybody available before we go on to the episode. And even speaking of Google Form, before we started this episode, Barrister T, I'm going to call you Barrister T throughout this.
No, you can just come to me. Actually, how about to me?
You said
Sorry, I apologize. To me, it's fine.
Yeah. No, look at it, he's so humble.
I'm so humble, please.
But yeah, like before we Isaac and Tobe, we're all having a discussion, and they made me feel less of a human being because of I don't use Substack. They said Substack
Bro,
is like
you know
Twitter.
we've had this conversation before. You're not too much of an intellectual, right? My barrister and I, like, we connect on certain levels. No, I'm not saying, I don't understand. Like, Dam he's a smart person, but like, you understand what I'm saying. So Substack is not for you. Tobe, you understand what I'm saying? Why are you acting shocked? You you're not with me.
I think everybody's so brilliant, I think God ate with everybody.
Yeah, one of those things you just say to cheer people up. I understand. Like when they see certain babies, they say, this baby's kids. Well, you both know. Then why do you feel uncomfortable? Every day you body shame me. Let me smart shame you.
The lights are bright today.
Your eyes are blurry.
God.
Everywhere is blurry.
Let me first download that Substack. Let me see what you guys are seeing there.
You might not be able to, but let's move on.
But yeah, like before we go on, and I don't know, I'll get a hang of it. So those of you that use Substack are feeling like you're above others. But it's okay, we will not talk. But let Tobe just introduce himself. Let's me, I just know him as the number one biggest Gen Z lawyer, travel creator, food creator, everything. He chop. Tobe the chop. Lifestyle, travel, everything, like, you don't fool my head. So let's hear from you. Just introduce yourself.
Tammy and Isaac, do you know this is the longest podcast introduction?
This is how we do it.
You
don't
know,
worry.
at some point I was like, will they let me talk? Should I go home? I don't think I need a guest. I think no, they are good. Like, yeah. But yeah, I'm really I would have sang the song, but
It will grow on you, don't worry.
so, I doubt. But hi everyone, I'm Tobe Uge. And yeah, that's about it. That's the intro.
that
Barry
all?
started.
So actually, I saw a video yesterday where Dangote group, they went to Uganda for a meeting
Okay,
with
thank
the
you.
government.
Okay.
And like everybody was like, "Oh, I'm Dangote. I work with."
And he
some
says, "I'm Aliko
artists." And
Dangote.
he just says, "I'm Aliko Dangote," and he moves on. So that's exactly what he went to do.
God.
So you are him at the end of the day.
No, but I think why for me, when I don't know, I'm just like I'm Tobe. I don't see all these many.
Yeah, Tobe,
Introduce yourself,
what do
Isaac.
you do? My name is Isaac. I'm a podcaster.
Please.
Dami, can you introduce yourself?
Please. Me. I am Otsumba Dami.
Azal now.
I am Otsumba Dami Aros, and I am the first son of my father. I come from a well-learned family. We are three in my family. I am the apple of my mother's eyes.
Aw.
I am one of the most important people in my generation. Yesterday I saved a burning woman, a woman
What?
from a burning house. So, and amongst other things that I do, I'm a philanthropist. I'm into charity. My father is a politician,
Dami, have
a
you
stage
eaten today?
journalist.
Let's
so-
first start from there. This your philanthropy. Have you eaten today?
No, I don't need to.
Let's
I don't need
move on.
to-
Let's move on from
I don't need to
Let's
eat.
move on.
I don't need to eat to give to others.
This is what 3 p.m. oh. This is 3 p.m. You're not eating. So how are you helping people?
It shows my giving nature.
Oh, you give people,
I
you don't
starve
eat.
to give.
I understand.
But yeah. Moving on. Let's go to our songs of the week. So I know.
Immediately? No, okay.
Yes, now don't worry.
Sorry, I apologize.
We have a lot of things to talk about. All these things now we're still in the intro. It's just under 2 minutes.
Okay.
Just under 2 minutes. What have you been listening to now? I know your music taste is elite. Like, this is
Can
your
I
record,
check?
Sharp, safe. Yeah, cool. I know.
Let me just see my.
You sure you're from Edo State, are you?
I'm from Delta State, but I lived my entire life in Benin, in Edo
Benin.
State. Yes.
Oh,
That's why you stop stuck. We Edo people were very
Intellectual.
intellectual. I'm not saying anything about that
Jesus.
people, but
Let me hear Bini piano. Let me hear Charlie Pop piano.
What's funny is I'm just going to see my last session. I've listened to a lot of Amapiano, a lot of house
God.
music.
God.
It's not right, but it's okay. Move, Afraid to Fail. I'm listening to Ivy Quake. She's a friend, but I really like her spoken
I like
words.
Move.
You like
Yeah, I like Afro house music. I had an era earlier this year, shall we? You know the way music is.
Yeah.
Just
Fair. I think my favorite song of the week is Use Me by Olga Michael. Because I've listened to it every morning in the bathroom. But that song.
That's just one.
Oh, the other one's a mission uncle. Yeah, let me take you again.
God.
I said move. I said house music. What do you mean?
I don't die.
It's not right, but it's okay.
That means they stress
Move and I'm
gaze.
put.
Sorry.
That means they stress gaze.
Sorry.
I be quick. Identity creed. Oh, that's song. How many song of the week?
Sorry.
Am I Don Jazzy? Am I looking for artists to sign? How many songs do you want me to listen to?
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
die. That means Go
Sorry.
next. Go next.
My songs of the week.
I'm ready to sleep.
I've been listening to Omale's Waist.
Oh, you don't listen to her
Omema.
Yeah, you
Don't
do
let
have
me
to
dance.
sing.
Don't let me dance. If you are watching on video, you did see me dancing. Please.
Without dancing, you're doing.
Don't worry. I've been listening to Janglova by Terry Akmala. And I've also been listening to, again, this week, Thames and Dave, Rain Dance.
Okay.
I just like, shimmy, yeah.
Very,
That part was very...
very okay list. We thank God if you improved a bit this week, sure.
Do you know the artist to be mentioned for his first song? You
I don't
cannot
need
know.
to
You don't have
know.
that taste.
Right.
It's even intellectuals.
Bro, you use to go. What album are you talking about? I don't understand.
Substack. Are you Substack?
What's the interface like?
It's white.
It's black
Yeah.
and orange.
I'm not really.
But I mean, when it's on bright mode, it is white.
Yeah, my phone is on bright mode.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But yeah,
my song.
let's
my
hear
song of the
Isaac's.
week, Shiva by Loj. Shiva by Loje, one. Pigeon and English by Benson. And Femi More by Asha. So those are the songs
I really
that
love
listen to.
Asha.
Yeah.
I listen to Blanket.
Contact Boys, they-
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
Well,
I think that's one of my all-time favorite songs, Bibanke.
Yeah, that's a great song. That means you've not eaten, that's why you're yawning. Is there about
God, all these South boys.
Where are you
But-
from originally?
But it depends. I'm from 3 different places
Mhm.
in Nigeria. I'm from the north, I'm from the southwest, and I'm
How are you
occasionally
related
from
to the
the
north or
east.
south?
Yeah, do you have 3 parents? I'm just curious.
It depends. It depends on the time of the day. I have
Sometimes you have 3, sometimes you have 2.
the way my godmother is structured. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's like a parent.
Mm.
So
So you also claim her.
exactly. So but my father married one wife though.
It's a
And I have-
disclaimer.
What the-
Okay.
But yeah, before we dive into Tobe is just basically here to tell you how the world is with like viral fame. He has a couple of thousands of followers on social media across everywhere. And he's obviously going to here just tell us his story, tell us everything how he has been for him. But before we go on, yeah, this is just like little unpack before we. So there's this issue here. And I want to ask your thoughts on this here.
Mhm.
So my bro got his girl flowers. Like, if I listen to this episode, sorry, say I don't put your story out there.
You see,
But
your
like-
friend is a podcaster. You're giving him your gist. I pity you. They don't need to do story time and you go rest.
But yeah, like, he got his babe flowers, and like, for some reason, like, he just started talking to somebody and he got her flowers. And for some reason, she didn't post the flower. Like, she posts everything that she's always up to. She's a very, very active poster on social media, like everything. But for some reason, like, and he just felt, I understand it, because if I buy anything for a babe, if I take a babe out, anything, and she doesn't post, I feel less of a man. Like, is it like my flowers are not nice? Is it like the gift I got you are not nice? So like, is it a valid feeling for like a guy, like do something for a babe and like she didn't tell her friends, she didn't post, and this is somebody that is very active poster. Like, how would you feel if you do that?
So I feel, and because I think most feelings are valid, if not every feeling is valid,
Mhm.
but your reactions is what can be invalid. So if you feel jealous, I think it's valid. But it's how you react to such feelings. I do think if you give someone anything, and I'm going to put myself as a yardstick, there's so many circumstances. She could have lost the flowers. I mean, that's not a circumstance, but things could have happened, right? And I also think if you give someone something, the reason you give someone something should be to make them happy. If you're
Yeah.
giving them so they can post it, then maybe it should be a brand and send a PR package. That's the thing. I also think, because I don't think, especially with love, I don't think things just are. I think there's so many factors involved. She could be getting out of a bad place. She could be trying to distance herself from men. I just think immediately feeling she doesn't like me is a stretch. I think there's so many other things that could have happened. It doesn't just necessarily translate to she doesn't like me or she's seen other men.
And that kind of conversation, you can't really ask, oh, you didn't post the flower.
Yeah, you don't look at
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You understand?
Oh yeah, it's not your business.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's me. I mean, like, bro.
So
No, but I mean, you can bring it up. You can bring it up like later. You
Yeah,
don't
I
bring it
think
in the moment.
I also think it
But like
depends.
for
on how
context,
close
this
you are.
person usually posts like whatever she's doing, like things, anything
If she's
like
going to do her nails, she should go ahead. do it.
like
She'll
so
post
like
and all
it's
that.
it just felt a bit maybe like, or maybe she's talking to another person that doesn't want.
No, so to be fair, I understand the guy. Yeah, it's going to feel weird. It is going to feel weird. But
Yeah.
what I am saying is, I just don't think it's enough. There's no reason behind like saying, okay, I'm not going to speak to her again. It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel odd. Obviously, everybody likes to be loved, right?
Mhm.
But I also think love is vulnerability. If you've done your best, you cannot
Yeah.
control the reaction of what people will do. It's just like if I hit you,
Mhm.
I've done what I can do. I can't control how you're going to respond.
Yeah.
I think when you now start thinking, oh, she didn't post it, you're just stressing yourself. Just let's see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Fair enough.
So-
Fair enough.
Crashing out is internally
You know,
is
it's funny
valid.
that I've actually been in this situation.
Aye.
It was somebody's birthday, and it was a gift box.
So
Give
wait,
the
she was
person-
posting other people's gifts and she didn't put it
No,
in.
she
Got
was
that.
reposting other people's birthday wishes. And
Mhm.
yeah, so first she didn't even repost my own birthday wish.
Oh,
Do you understand? And then she didn't post my gift. Do you get? And
I think I'll just presume you hate me and you want me to.
Bro, do you get like so? We stay in the same like we used to live together.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And like so she restricts it to her friends, but like she didn't post it on like her story. Do you understand?
now your mind is like, what could be the reason?
Yeah.
Did she post every other thing?
Bro, she was posting peas, like she was posting different things, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I think we're even supposed to go out that night. I'm just like,
No, man, I would definitely
Not
reply. I'll
really.
say, me and call. No. It's not going to be awkward for me. No. Oh, yeah, me and call.
like, you know,
This one, yeah.
This one, yeah.
Me and call like mad. Like, no, me and call.
You posted Jennifer's or you post my own.
bro, I recently do. I actually
no,
recently,
no.
like, I was just waiting because I was even first to like
Wish her.
post Bisha and post everything. Like, and like I was just waiting, bro. We even recorded that day. As they record, I did check.
She don't post that.
Time is going out. Better go to finish.
My story go expire. Real. No,
Not
man,
even.
me and call.
Not man,
Don't
bro.
worry, like these are some of the issues that like we don't really understand until you're in that position.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
I spend racks on this. Like,
Yeah,
What's
you
up?
did.
Like,
and do
what's
you know the
up?
funny thing? Like, I personally, like, if I do something for a babe or like get something for a babe or take a babe out, and she's posting about this, how much shoulders? My shoulders will pump up like this. Like, yes, I did that.
No, but you know the funny thing, I actually
Yes.
had this argument with my friends like 2-3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually now just think that maybe the kind of person I am is sometimes, like where I am right now, I think I would do something for my partner because I want to see them smile and
Yeah.
know what other people would think
Yeah.
about it. Do you understand?
Mhm.
I mean, that one is there, but like, like that, you know, let me see. Like,
And the funny thing is that like, she even, well, like when I gave her the gift box, like she was crying. So I was like, this is a very touching gift. She go post it.
Nah, she no post that.
I think gotcha.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, one nothing for me, bro.
Do you know this discussion is actually making me think that, and also because I like to think. So we expect love often looks like validation, and that's what we're proving to ourselves. I mean, your personality, no, I can't tell you love because I like validation to you. But I'm surprised. Why does posting it? What does posting it mean? Do you think it means she loves you? Is it a sign of her love? Is it a sign of her loving you?
No, she's happy to show her friends that, bro, my man did this for me.
But
She's
you're not her
proud
man
of
at the
me.
time, were you?
No, wait, maybe that was she just you know, I said we're living together. Do you think I was joking?
I thought maybe your sister's friend. Maybe a good neighbor, a good old neighbor. Oh no, me and call like no, I don't even. No, I mean it's not even me in call. It's like no, we'll talk about it. No, we'll talk about it. No, you're not supposed to care.
How do you want to bring up that kind of conversation, bro? Like, just
Hey, so the other day when you were
Yeah, like no, definitely. I'll bring.
it's immediate. As soon
Bro.
as I get home, so I think I would ask, did you not like the gift?
I would do like a joke. That might give not post it.
I
That might give it. Not
It
really.
depends on me, like, you didn't post it. You didn't post it.
How
yeah,
far you
post
don't
it now.
Is that what's
Guys,
too late?
stop,
I'll say we'll bring everything together. I'll put it in.
Let me put lights.
Yeah.
Oh man, but these are the issues, man. It's not really about validation for me. It's just, you know, I just feel like it's just a little bit of like he has just ego that like, okay, yeah, maybe you did something and she's happy about it. But yeah, moving on. So how did you get into creating?
Jesus, that was quick. I was just enjoying the love conversation. I like love, VJ. How did I get into creating? I'm trying to remember if I've answered this question before. Let me not lie. I was boring. Like I still say this story so many times.
They ask you this every time.
Like I'm
Say it in a
always
different
like,
way, speak pidgin.
I'm
or
always
something.
like, right? Okay, don't worry, I'll lie. This time I'll add to it. Okay, so I won't lie. Don't worry. All right, you guys are safe. How did I get into creating? I was in. So I'm trying to. Where should I start from? Okay, so I was in uni and I didn't have a lot of friends just growing up. I feel like most of my friends are my siblings' friends. I'm the last child for context. And
Lastborn.
Crazy.
oh my god, you guys missed the chance to make this the Lastborn podcast. What do you mean so Nigerian? Like so Lastborn. Like
We're for
that makes sense.
when
That's how you guys keep bantering at each other. Lastborn, okay.
when Hawa came, like she was really going at us because like you know
Yeah,
she's
she's
the
the
first
best child.
one.
Yeah.
Our is the first child, and
Yeah.
she just kept on like, we last born. Like, I don't
That's
remember.
what she
We
does.
told our, we're the third child. And then she's like, out of how many?
I had like three. Yeah, the last one. Fair. Well, how I started creating them, I didn't have a lot of friends. You guys relate. Your
Yeah.
siblings, your older siblings friends are like your guys
Yeah.
in the beginning. And then I think at some point, I was in like my second year, University of Benin, or like my first year, I started like taking pictures. I enjoyed taking pictures. But because Benin was a way smaller town than Lagos is, so not in terms of size, but more so like social demography, like
Mhm.
I just couldn't get what I wanted. I would post pictures. There was just no influence because I don't know if there were just enough people that I could influence. Maybe I had gotten to maybe the pinnacle, like in being as a cool kid already. So I remember my parents didn't really allow us travel at all. So every time we travel, like my parents have to know. I now figured that there was one time I went for my friend's wedding in Lagos. My dad didn't know, and he didn't find out. I was like, bet. So you cannot catch me. So Fashion Week was coming, and I was pretty young. So this must have been my first year. I think I was 15 or 16. But Fashion Week was coming, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go. I had told my mom. My mom didn't quite understand it, but she knew my dad was very strict.
Yeah.
And so I begged her, begged. I think she didn't even allow me go. But my sister told my mom something. She was like, if you shield him from the world, the day he finds the world, he will take you to everything he can. And I was like, oh God, oh yeah, go. So it was a day before, ran to Lagos, found clothes that night. And then I went for Fashion Week. And after that, I met this amazing photographer, Ayon Fair. She took pictures of me. And I had never seen myself as conventionally attractive up until then. I didn't even think I looked good. So when I was younger, I'd always say, like, I want to be on the cover of Vogue, but I didn't think I looked attractive enough. And when she took pictures of me, I'm like, somebody can like me. And it was so, I think that was the first time I said, oh, damn, this can be a thing. Because I just didn't, I like to say I grew up not liking myself enough.
Yeah.
So when I saw her take pictures of me, she was like, yes, give me angles, give me poses. I was so surprised. And after that, like, a couple people followed me. And I figured, I need to get to Lagos. Like, you know when you see, I was so greedy. I was like, Lagos. I was like, Fashion Week. And, after that, I would travel to Lagos a couple more times. Yeah. And from there, it wasn't even creating in the beginning. It was trying to have a voice, right? And I just wanted to do stuff. We had COVID and there were a rise of cool kids who were actually influencers. So I was like, I want to be a cool kid, but I didn't want to take pictures and just be a cool kid. I felt like it was so overdone. I just wanted something different. And so I just started taking weirder pictures, bleached my hair, then dyed it blonde, then dyed it platinum blonde, then dyed it blue. And from there, people now started inviting me out. I'm like, okay. Then they start calling me influencer. I'm like, okay. Then they start calling me creator. I'm like, yeah.
So that got some getting used to. Like you had to.
Oh, of course. So what's funny is up until last year, I didn't call myself an influencer or creator. So till now, that's when I choose myself as to be okay. I don't often catch myself saying creator or influencer. It's just because, first and foremost, I'm me. I also don't like the idea of your job being who you are. It's a job at the end of the day. I'm Tobe. You can explore other parts of me, but that's who I am. So even when I mention, I just am Tobe. I don't really add any other thing. So the factor of decisions, of not feeling like an influencer in the beginning, and now I'm just comfortable being myself.
Yeah. So how did you feel when your first post went viral?
How did I even feel so? I actually remember my first viral post.
What was your first viral post?
No. I hope editor will not come and now edit me. Do my first viral post. Let me go and carve it.
Viral post here. Viral post here.
I'm not pause. Just see viral post. It was a video with my friend. I have this amazing friend in Kemoji. We used to create content every time back then, and we're just like doing fashion transition. And it went viral. Yes, that was my first viral post. But people were just like, I see this small boy just changing clothes. And, people liked it. When I didn't know the bad side of social media. Nowadays. But that was my first viral post. It was like a transition video with a friend of mine.
Yeah, like, because, like I mentioned, like, I knew you through a mutual friend in the elderly. And, both of you went to Uniben. And you guys used to be quick. I think you guys
we used to,
So, I knew you guys from there, and I know you from, our page. And she does fashion, she does fashion. Obviously, she does like lifestyle, all those things. Now, I knew you from them. You guys used to do like fashion, and I used to see like fashion content. So like, I was even, how did you transition like to do other things like lifestyle, all those things?
Okay, so for context, like every time I'm asked this, I'm always like, oh no, God, so aspire to Maguire, fetch water, buckets, cannot carry a basket. But I think for me, it was just very much, I'm a firm believer that, also because I look at influencing as a business. I needed to make money from it. And I had done fashion for a really long time. I had gotten a lot of free clothes. I had gotten money, but the income was just not as crazy as that from people who were doing other types of content. I didn't even know. It just showed me that see your car. They do transition videos, see your car. And fashion requires, I tell creators, if you're a fashion creator, I give you so much credit because it requires a lot of income. You have to buy the clothes, you have to shoot, I was putting in so much. I wasn't getting enough brand deals. I wasn't getting enough recognition. Also because in COVID, we had a big fashion influencer called Wisdom Kai, and everyone thought they were the next Wisdom Kai. The problem with everyone thinking they're the same thing is everybody becomes the same
The same thing.
So there was like an influx of everybody doing fashion content. And I'm like, damn, mind you, I was also mixing low, so I couldn't even be as consistent because I feel like what really sets you apart is consistency.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be as consistent. I was in Benin. I couldn't film in my room. It was just so much. And I remember I continued it like for the longest time. I tried to keep up. I started taking pictures. But what was striking was like every time I was just with my friends were like, you're so funny. Like, oh my God, you're so funny. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, okay, slow your roll. I have 2 older brothers. But my older brother, the one who always tells me how funny I am since I've been young. When I come back from school, because I didn't have friends. So always ask me, are you the funniest boy in your class? And I'll be like, no. He'll be like, you are. And when I started to be myself, it was something that would always ring in my head that like, you're funny. And you don't need anyone to validate you that you're funny. Just be you. And it got to a point I stopped thinking I was funny. I just started thinking I was myself. And I didn't need to put a term to it. I didn't need to say, oh, you're funny. Create like a funny creator or create like a comedian. I just said, I'm just going to do it as Tobe.
Just be you.
Yeah. So the transition was being broke as hell. Thinking to myself that, oh, I want to make him. You know, say, guess what, I go beat you. Nobody go advise you. Make your talk.
Oh, so you know be Nepo baby.
So, and I
Never will
because-
get grade.
No, let's hear about.
Yeah.
You people know that nepotism is different from privilege.
No, definitely.
Your parents have to, be in a field where
Yeah.
my dad didn't know I was an influencer until like it became, his friends used to call him and say, oh, I saw Tobe in this. And he's like, what the hell do you think? So that's why when people say nepotism, I'm like, well,
My dad is
I
not
have
really
no
sure
parents.
what a podcast is.
Exactly. You understand? So my parents couldn't help me. And for the context of he said can't release his hand. I'll fuck with yo. For the context of nepotism, because my parents are not in entertainment, no, but I did grow up very privileged. And in the sense that I have parents who would sacrifice, and I always say this thing, I have parents who would sacrifice the world for me. And I think that is my privilege. It's not just financial, it is, my parents dealt with us with so much understanding. It's like my mom allowing me to go to Lagos. I don't know what you're doing, but I'll give you the grace. Figure it out. So I think that is my privilege. And I also think, I went to a good school. I have a good academic background. I have amazing things. Yeah, so.
I mean, it's similar with my parents as well, like all of us, yeah. And it's the thing, I wouldn't say it comes with having parents that are very, because if you look at traditional parenting in Nigeria, like, it's unusual for parents to allow you be what you want to be or do what you want to do. So like, it's just that like, that freedom. So even having parents that allow you that freedom to explore,
it's such a privilege.
So it's a
It's
privilege.
such a privilege.
You
Yeah.
understand? You just I'm not really sure what you're doing, but I
But go
trust
ahead.
you. I've taken you to school. I've given you proper education. Gone to some of the best schools, and I'm very sure you know what you're doing. I trust you. Well, my father will just come and say, you know what, like, oh, my father calls podcast media. He just says, oh yeah, that media thing.
That media thing you're doing.
Media thing that you're doing. So like, he is just, he just understands something, even though he can't really understand. It's like, oh yeah. So it gives you these opportunities, or like, and just like, yeah, it's cool with it, like, So I feel like that's a privilege as itself.
Yeah.
So in a way, like, that's never be beat.
Yeah, I agree. In that sense, yes. Yeah.
Bro.
So I was even going to ask you, like, I realized, when I started seeing your travel content and I'm like, bruh, it's amazing because I'm somebody that I'm very big on geography. For context, I want best in geography in SS2.
No evidence.
But that's been a while.
It's been saying, like, you can't carry me. I said,
I can tell you, okay, Nigeria is 92376 square kilometers.
Who have crammed that?
Like those kind of things, I can tell you states, and even in Africa, all those kind of things.
So you're good at cramming.
I always not cramming, because even on my TikTok, like for leisure,
Lastborns, relax.
Yeah, it's so crazy that we are 3 Lastborns.
I think we have to name this the last one.
Like the last one podcast.
The last one's
The last
episode.
episode.
Let's go switch episode title. But yeah, I think I was just because it's something that I've always wanted to do, and it's something that I'm not really like I can't be able to do probably because of like resources and everything. But like still, I want to see the whole of Nigeria. I don't think I've left southwestern Nigeria. I genuinely I haven't been to Abuja.
That's crazy. Have you lived?
Yeah, I've been to different places.
This guy is a little. He's a little refined.
So like
Touche, okay.
So when I see your like travel content videos, and I'm like, wow, like, exploring Nigeria and exploring every part of, like, I've had conversations with people and they'll be like, what, travel, like, go to,
Yeah.
and the farthest I've traveled is probably Akure, like, and
That's
for,
pretty close.
but still, in Nigeria. So, like, in my head, I'm just like, what's the thought process behind, like, traveling to explore Nigeria, It's just, Nigeria has diverse culture, beauty, everything. So, like, when I see your video, I'm just like, see you, even the risk involved and everything. So, like, what was the thought process between you just, are you somebody else who enjoys geography like me?
No. Nah. So I think for me, the way I treat social media is very different. I feel like if you follow me on Instagram or on any platform,
Mhm.
the stories I tell are like so sometimes when I introduce myself, I call myself a storyteller. The stories I tell are like the realities in my life. So when I went to law school, I kept speaking up. All my content was about law school. And when I left law school, I had the hardest time living. I had the hardest time in Nigerian law school and leaving Nigerian law school because it was the first time in my life I'd struggled with feeling not intelligent, but it kept coming back up. And I hated it. It felt like I was just not good enough. And I felt like instead of showing in my content even, I would. But funny enough, that's the only reason I could be consistent with content in law school. I was like, if there's one thing I'm good at, let's just be this content. Please let me post. I can't remember what I read. Let me post. And so after I had done Nigerian law school, I wasn't very certain I was going to pass my exams, in all honesty. And I don't know how I graduated. Like now I'm alone, and I did well.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked. Like I think it's also a thing of self-doubt.
Yeah.
Right? So when I had finished Nigerian law school, I was like, what's next? Also because I hate to be the loser ex. One thing about me, I'm not going to be the ex that didn't get their life together. No. Sorry, that's my ambition. No. So I think it's also the fear that I come from a family where they would, they are really amazing guys. They would give, like I say, my parents would give the word. And it's something I work on now. I hate to be a disappointment. And even to my friends. And I have to remind myself that, like, also because of how I handle things, I hate, and it's something very toxic I don't like. I often ask myself, like, who are you disappointing? You're just leaving, and life is not linear. Things will happen. So as soon as I was done with law school, oh my God, for context, oh my God, this is about to get really sad. In law school,
do you know what's funny? That I always hear like people law school, LSAT, even down. I always hear how hard it is.
It's insane, and I think it's even because of like everything led up to. I was going to stop content creation.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Also, just because it was, and it's not okay. So the way influencer marketing works is very. You need money to create content. But you need money to create content, and sometimes I think people don't realize how much money you have to put in to create content. Because that's not always the case. It depends on the type of creator. But at the time, my background was in fashion. It was in lifestyle. I had to pay photographers. I had to pay videographers. But I didn't work in December. Now you get the bulk of your money in December because you're doing gigs and doing shows. 30 December is crazy. You're getting income. That income can last you a while. I didn't do any ad in December because I was in law school. Now February comes. You also do a lot of Valentine campaigns. Didn't do any ad. But for 6 months, I wasn't working. But I was spending because I was driving to school. I was eating in school. I was buying books in school.
And you can eat too. Sorry.
You see that? You have that on your chest? No, what else?
I saw one video. If you see the meat to be salad.
He said, Jesus.
You were wishing it wasn't this week, right?
Don't worry.
You were wishing
Don't worry. I know his money finished on food.
No, see, I will be like, when I'm sad, I'm just going to buy a hamburger. I will say, whoa. I'm one of those people that, are we shawarma? Let's say class was hard, I'll just go and buy shawarma. I'll just be eating. I'll say, and I'm tired. In law school, I was so fast. I was eating. And mind you, so I'm just spending into my savings. But I'm just like, when I'm done with law school, the money will all come back. When I was done with law school in March. First week,
nothing for you.
I said, I'm trying to get my groove back. Second week, one ad. I say, okay. I used the one ad, bought clothes, did video.
Buy burger.
I buy shawarma norms. I went 2 months, not a single gig. 3 months, not a single gig. Now at this point, I'm panicking. Mind you, I stay by myself. My entire family has lived in Edo State. My siblings have moved now. Yeah. But I can't go back home. Like, you people. I know and I started getting worried because it's a reality that I had to do something with my life. And all through this, I was creating content. I moved to more content where I'll just shoot on my bed.
Yeah.
It would have reach, but it just felt like people didn't want to place ads with me. And at the time, I was so... And this is why now I will never put my value on the amount of work that I do. At the end of the day, it's just a job. It's just a career. I felt worthless. I didn't want to hang out with friends. And so even in just... Because when... You know the thing with how you feel is so funny. I didn't want to hang out with friends because I'm like, I should use this time and think of ideas. I felt so abandoned by God, abandoned by my brain. Like, why am I not being a good creator? So random. And one day I'm just with Hawa because we had shot a film and we had produced it and it was out. And I'm explaining to her that Hawa is an amazing friend, by the way.
Yeah.
And I was explaining to her that,
Shout out, Sawa.
do you know, yeah, my guy. Oh, first of all, Hawa, don't watch this and get all emotional. Jeez. I'm like, yeah, like, my guy, I love you or something. Like, bro, slow down. And I was speaking to her and I was having a conversation with her. First time I ever saying this. And I was telling her, like, bro, do you know I haven't done an ad this year? Remember, I done like 4. But this was in like June. I was like, stop. I'm like, it's not a joke. And I was like,
I'm opening up to you.
Yeah. I just a little, it's getting tense in here. And she's like, stop, Jerry. I'm like, yeah, I wish the brand stopped. I wish it came to me. And she's like, oh, you need to lock in. And I was like, lock in how? Bro, I'm broke. Like, how you mean
What
lock
more
in?
can I do?
Like, lock in? I'm locked in. Like, you know, somebody gives you
What
generic
I'm locked
advice.
in,
They're like, sit down and focus. I'm sitting down. I'm focusing. And I remember that conversation with her. She was like, no, don't lock in like you have to prove a point. Because at the end of the day, it's not just the thing. And when people come for us, I'm like, the thing is, it is my job. I need to get paid. And she's like, you need to get paid. You need to lock in and target brands. So there are ways to target brands.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, so now I've done investment in minutes. I know certain things to do to get people's attention, to get brands' attention.
Yeah.
Attention rather. And so it was one of those, I was like looking. And I went back home, finished shitty as hell. I had one last money that all dying and die, bro. If that money finish, I did go Edo States.
Straight.
I enter nice boss, bro.
You don't go
God is
fly.
good. Like,
You don't go fly.
like, God is good motors, bro. And it was just like, somebody that have really supportive parents that obviously they would never let that happen. But you can, the older you go, you can only ask for so much.
Yeah.
There's a point you feel like I need
You can't
to
go
make my
back.
parents, but I
Yeah.
can't go back. And then I remember, so the good thing was a brand was flying me to Abuja. I work with the most amazing team, Rashid and Clinton, most amazing guys. So that's my manager and my filmmaker.
Uncle Rashid.
But I made a journey, and I'll tell you why that's so essential to this story, because the first trip I ever took was to Kano. Now, mind you guys, I didn't have the money. The brand was flying me to Abuja. So I told the brand that I have a quick business meeting in Kano. So they should book my flight to Kano. I said, okay, they're taking care of flights. So I had to book my flight for my 2 guys. And I remember arriving Kano early. I stayed in the shittiest hotel, bro. That's a whole house. I'm not joking with you. It smelled like cigarette and I don't like this word. But like, I remember coming that day and I said, I've suffered in Uniben. I don't see a Kosodi. Oh my shock.
So there can be something worse than
It can be, bro, you know,
Bro.
Kosodi in a mansion. Like, when I got into that place, I was, mind you, sorry, no shit, Kosodi. You guys are doing great. Gotcha. But I remember being in that place and it was such a, I need to make it because I brought people's kids on this trip with me. And it was I think for me, that was the moment I knew that, oh, damn. I either make it or I make it like mad. I've not made it yet, but I'm still on my way to
You
making
made
it.
Let's
But
I
I remember just being in Kano that night and Eugene comes to her and was like, how far, let's start vlogging. And I was like, actually, let's start vlogging. It was 12 a.m. and I still have the photo. And I wrote it to myself that night. So like, when people believe in you, you can't let them down. And it was one moment that sealed it for me.
Yeah.
From that Kano trip, I did Kano, I did Bauchi, I did Yobe. When I'm in the car, I'll be editing as I'm thinking of ideas. And it made me realize how much, when you put yourself in a place where you have to succeed, where you say, when you're poor, when the pressure choke, you go find a way. Bro, no need to. That day, I was editing like bastard. See, when they give me free time, I'll do my voiceover. And the thing is, because I was so busy, I didn't see my videos and started going viral again. So I'll post on Instagram. There's no network, mind you. I'll be in Bauchi. I'll take 40. See, the cheapest way we can get to anywhere. My face in Kano, we're taking keke. Not keke that you rent out to. As for people, it was
Like you
along.
go alight.
Like you go alight.
You go
Like,
alight.
bro, everybody will do the keke and they go squeeze me. I think, can I lap somebody to make... Also because I was taking care of not just me, but 2 other guys.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was like, bro, I needed to if the content, because also, virality can only take you so far. You need to build your fame. And I was so certain that I was going to start a new story. I am traveling Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to. My mother grew up in Kano, by the way. My father spent a chunk of his life in Sokoto. My parents were so happy. Go and see the north. They had always told me. I've spoken Hausa for a while. I speak a little Hausa now. Because of my parents. What the hell was that? Okay. I didn't even.
He doesn't even know what that is, but let's
I think it's actually
means what
right.
we eat.
Mason Anka.
What we eat.
That's what's your name? Sonana.
Oh, look at them while each other.
Yeah,
I don't know good. I know kada.
Okay. But I spoke it a bit when I was younger because of my parents. And my granddad used to speak a lot of Hausa. And so when I went to Kano, I was like, oh, damn, Kano looks so good. And I think it was the first shocker to me. Kano is a big city. Like, it's a proper cosmopolitan city. And I was like, how come this isn't spoken about? Or maybe I just was very daft. So I made a video about it and I spoke about how I was so shocked about Kano. Didn't have network. Posted it. Did another video. I went to eat. And I wouldn't even realize that, like, brands has slowly started coming back. But we like this story.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking with you. It felt so... I feel like I ended my Kano trip in Bauchi. So I did Kano, Yobe, Chigawa. Where else did I go to? Gombe. Okay, and some other places. And I remember just sitting down in Bauchi and I said, damn, it was the first time in a while brands started coming back. And I didn't even care if they had paid us or not. It was just like, damn, let me just go home. I went home. I figured out that I could stretch one video into 2 videos. I was like, damn, I'm going to do that. I started stretching out my videos. So it was one trip. It was like 9 days. But I stretched out into like maybe 16 different videos. And people were like, oh, we really like how you're telling your story. Do this for us. I spoke to Rashid. I'm like, Rashid, reduce price. May they work with us. And I remember doing it. And so my videos were going even more viral. And I know for a fact that virality can't take you far. Virality is not fame. And virality can't be confused for fame. Anybody can go viral. Fame is a career. Fame is work. Do you understand? And I was like, crazy. I can't let this be virality. I need to turn it into storytelling. Yeah. Next day, I call my team. I'm saying, guys, we're taking on that trip. They say, fuck this boy. He just arrived. Like, but like, what's the not? Damn it, man. And because I enjoy reading a lot, I had read about this place, Gembu. People say it's the most beautiful place in Nigeria. And it's in Taraba State. The problem is I couldn't find a flight to Taraba. There's one airline that goes there without giving guys free. And if people had responded to my email, you see. But I couldn't get the airline because they wouldn't travel on Thursdays. And I knew that. I had to travel on Monday so I could shoot content enough down. So I fly there like a couple weeks after. Mind you, people are now knowing that I'm traveling the north. But I didn't realize how it was in people's minds. And so I went for an event and I posted a video around this period where I passed my bar exam. So a lot of people were coming barista there, and the video did really well. But a lot of people will still say northern, and I'm like, you people prevent me being a northern and I'm being a barista. I did 6 years, bro. 7 even plus law school. And then I just realized like, oh, this is something. And I started. And it's even to now when you call me travel creator, I'm like, yeah, I'm just. And people are like,
I just went there.
People say, I love how you travel affordably. I don't get it. Today the money lands. I'll be on a PJ. And I'm always like, it's so funny because that's what storytelling should be. It should be so natural that you don't realize when you start something. And I remember there was one tweet that took me off guard. Someone sent to me and they're like, I absolutely love to be storytelling. I never thought I was a storyteller until that minute. So it was so quiet. It was so unplanned. It was no strategy. I was just doing. That's it.
And the funny thing is that, I mean, amongst everything you just mentioned on your story, I think one thing that, and is a conversation I've always had with people, is the financial sustainability in content creation. Because, you know, you can only do it for a while. Yeah. If you're being honest. And I feel like most content creators or people in that industry, one thing that they've always tried to do is evolve, you know, to stay relevant and to let the money keep on coming. Because the same content creators that we knew in 2015, like
they're not the same.
They're not the same at this. So like, you know, so I understand. And the thing about content creating in Nigeria, just like the whole industry, is that you will spend. Yeah. Do you understand? Like fashion, you buy your clothes. All those. Like now, I do like fragrance content because I genuinely like. I don't even have the money to buy them. So like I understand you because you know sometimes because I just have like 250. You follow Arose fragrances on TikTok and IG.
These guys follow Arose fragrances.
So people comments like, oh, do review for Rayan, do the. I'm like,
Do review for Louis Vuitton. No.
That's like
bring it, let me do it.
That's like
Bring it.
750K, 800K
Yeah.
perfume. Like, where I won't see him.
Yeah.
Did you people give me money to buy this thing? Like,
Mhm.
do you understand? And the same thing, like, at content creation, like, I've had, a conversation. I think when I went for Curtis Love or Lies, I think there was a tweet I made with, like, So, she was the person. And then she was just saying, like, oh, you pay videographer, photographer, makeup artist for one event that you're going to as an influencer or content creator. And then, man, I'm just like, why can't you wear the clothes you had before? Like, just go for these events. Like, why do you need, like, tell your homeboy, like, oh, sometimes Isaac, I pose, make I snap you. Like, yeah, Isaac, like, what's it,
make it
like,
work.
do you understand? Like, so, like, I'm just saying, like, all of these things is just that standard and obviously takes money. And then it just makes the financial sustainability really hard on the long run. So when you did things of like going back to law school and you can easily have just said, no, let me focus on content creation. I don't need to, go back to law school. But you obviously thought about the long run.
Yeah.
And similarly to you, finding a way to keep your content creation and creativity at its high by, you were in Kano and you said, you know what, let me do videos. Let's vlog our trip to, that's what creativity does. And that's also what hunger does.
Hunger.
And that's what hunger does, and that drive.
Can't-
Like, you
can't
always
relate.
have to be driven,
But you know me hungry? I can tell.
Come
I
on.
can
What do you mean you can tell?
Okay.
Nice one.
Just kidding, guys.
You see these last balls.
Yo, but I wanted to ask, would you say now that you've gotten to, I mean, you say you've not made it, but we think you've made it. But now that you've gotten here, like, is it, would you say which was harder, sustaining where you are or trying to grow, or you coming up? Right. I find this question I'll compare it to MI's answer because that's MI this question. He gives an analogy about
but in the some context of music, MI's one was
No, that's that. I don't want to influence myself.
No, like the question.
No, don't answer.
I want to tell him the question, the way we phrased it, because obviously it's different. The way we phrased it for MI was, breaking out as an artist, or maintaining your status.
Okay.
Like MI has spent close to 20 years in the game, so.
I saw him when I was in Just and I was like, I was starstruck like mad.
I
was
very
shy.
humble person.
Shout
Very
out.
humble.
Very humble guy.
Very
Like,
humble
he
He's
was
so amazing.
amazing
So
guy.
he's someone who I like I like to look at people and say, so I always say, I like to say damn. But there's a criteria for me to say damn for you. Like, I'm just like, damn. When he spoke to me it was just one of those, I don't see myself a lot. Like, I don't see Tobeszn. I'm just the same boy that went to Uniben. I'm just the same boy that's the last, but I'm just the same boy that didn't like himself a lot. So whilst I'm learning, but when he spoke to me, I was just like, damn, you all see this in me, huh? Okay. Oh yeah, but okay. Back to the question. Sorry, I feel that.
Yeah. So was he?
Was it easier?
Easier?
Was it harder?
Yeah.
So I would say,
This way we'll know if your stop stack is really working.
both of them are hard, EJ. But I would say though, the thing with breaking out is there's not a lot to lose. When you're coming out, you're just grinding. When you're coming out, there's nothing to lose actually. What's you're gonna do to laugh at me? But now there are real things at stake. I don't just represent myself, I represent people. I present opinions. There are children who look up to me. I remember speaking at a school and someone was like, because of it, I want to study law. I said, ew. So you have to be more careful. And it's why now, I've had a conversation with someone and someone's like, a watered down version of yourself. I'm like, because I've learned a lot about myself now. I don't speak alone anymore. And sometimes it hurts my feelings. There's certain things I want to speak on, but I have to be careful.
Yeah.
It's almost like with sustenance, you have to sustain. You have to be everything has to be well thought out. And that's why I always give myself grace. Even when I make mistakes, I don't like to let it consume me. I'm always like, oh, it happened. Okay. Like, breaking out is tough because you will see shiggy. But sustenance is hard because you can't speak about the shiggy. You have to have it like it's figured out. I'm here and I'm saying I don't think I made this, but you guys have. But minus joke, I don't think I've made it. To me, I'm just grinding. So with sustenance, there's such a... It's the reason I'm wearing a pink sweater. It's the reason I'm wearing a white shirt. That's 2, 3, 4. Like, everything has to be so well done. Everything has to... And that's like, even when you're speaking about when you're speaking about, having to shoot, I do this thing. I don't try to stay relevant. I try to be myself. Now that's my new. What does relevance mean? I want to be a community. I don't really be relevant. I'm just doing right. But sometimes you need to. And that's why I love Nigerian creators so much. We try to imitate excellence. It's the reason why you guys might not have enough money, but you ensure your set looks good.
Yeah.
Because there's something in your head that you're aiming for. It's obvious. A lot of African creators are underpaid, right? But imagine how putting a bulk of your income to make sure you look a certain way. And when people come and say, "Oh, it's packaging," I say it's investments.
Yeah.
If I'm doing all this to be better than how I was yesterday, and you think it's packaging, I think I'm just like, it's investment.
Yeah.
It is and that's what maintaining fame is. But you also have to now remind yourself that. So with me, I think I found a good balance when it comes to, especially in things of, I'm very honest. Very honest with my finances, very honest on Instagram about the same finances, very honest when I'm broke, and because I've just also come to the idea that one day I will be rich. Only not because I'm hoping it, but because I've seen how hard I've worked.
Yeah.
I've seen what I've done for myself now. So I will be rich eventually, so I can be poor now. I'm going to show you my house that does not have furniture. Shame me, move, man. And I think it has worked because, and I was gonna say it, I now don't feel the need to be anything I'm not. I'm ridiculously honest. Like I will tell you, I couldn't buy it. Someone asked me recently, oh, you didn't go for exercise. I said, oh, the clothes cost, bro. And they're like, oh, Tobe. I'm like, the clothes cost. And the good thing is you will find a community. Not everyone would enjoy it, but you'll find people who do. And I like to think it's the creator that makes the audience. It's not the audience that makes the creator.
Fact.
Some people tell me, oh, that's socially unacceptable to you. Yes, you'll never be my target audience.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I'm very conscious about. And I want creators to be conscious about it. Tell the story of where you are, not where you want to be. You can mix both of them, but don't. I said this before, best foot forward, but you still have another foot. Like, don't ignore it. Don't erase it. If I waited till I came to Lagos to create content, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. If I waited until I had the money to stay in a hotel, there's so many times. Maybe you see the guest house, I used to stay in the north. TJ, there was one night, I say, the rats that was...
Swear.
The rats that was running. I thought it was rabbit. I thought they had dog. I thought it was chihuahua. You'll be shocked. The rest I was running back.
This guy said chihuahua.
And that's the thing. You have to also be honest with where you are right now, what you can afford right now. And sometimes when I say, I also think because being a creator is new. But every business, if I want to start a professional store today, I have to buy stuff. I think of being a creator like that. If I want to be a fashion creator, I have to buy clothes. But know when you're breaking the bank and it's not being... I understand it's being a dream, but it's also a job. So that's something that I explain to young creators. You can say, I have a dream, I want to be X, Y, Z, but it's also a job. You can't let it consume you to the point that you have nothing left. Some people say, oh, being a creator is expensive, does it pay as much? I'm like, well, yeah, I think so, because I'm proved that it does. But also, know the line where you're like, oh, I don't think I can afford this anymore, and I'm going to go for a cheaper alternative. It's something I struggle with currently. When I want to do a project, I want the biggest cameras. Send me the FX6. What drone do you have? Mavic. Send me the Mavic Pro 5. What's the highest? But you have to also be honest and say, oh, well, I can't afford that right now.
Yeah.
When you can send me the budget for costume, I look through it. I'm not ashamed. Bro, I can't afford it. I don't have the money for it. I cannot buy it. I don't care if I'm messaging you with my rip page. Oh, it's 40,000. Okay, that's on my budget. Post me. Okay. I'm broke. And it's also a reality. You have to kind of know that. I know to guide.
Prudency.
You have to be true to yourself.
Be honest.
You have to be very honest and you have to be very prudent as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when I was just thinking about it, like, videographer, this thing, makeup artist, and new age barber saved on cost, like new age digital barber, like.
And, well, I also think looking at, because I also wonder. I think these things are expensive, but I also want to believe that as a creator, you're also leveraging on your fame. Leverage. Like, there's no point.
I will post to you.
Yeah. And because because people used to say, please, and I'm speaking to creators now, minus podcast. Guys, don't let anybody shame you into asking for. And let me explain to you why.
You also be paying with exposure.
we miss no exposure. That's it.
No, I mean it's exposure. At the end of the day.
With me, it's clientele. I beg to differ. I have over a million following on all platforms.
You made it.
I'm sorry,
you
it's
made
next.
it. You made it.
Like, I hate to
You
be
made
this
it.
person, but you must also leverage on. People are leveraging on you. You're scared to leverage on them. Why? If being famous is easy, everybody would have been famous. I know some people tell me, oh, if I do this, I'll post it. Don't post my picture. My manager will tell you, we take it down, bro. We take it down. And I don't like the idea that we like to be deceitful.
Yeah.
If you think I have nothing, if you think I have no value, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember listening to Emily Affe making a video, and she said that she will pay her. So I like to pay my creatives, right? And I think the older you grow as a creative, you're going to pay everyone around you. It's such a number because you've been the person that was on pay.
Yeah.
But sometimes broker deals with them. Let me do X, Y, Z. And I remember listening to that video before. Once you just tell me when I've paid, I don't want you to say, oh, I'm pricing your market. But also, no, don't be scared to say, oh, I can't afford this right now. Don't be scared to broker. Don't be say, okay, can I do this instead? And let me tell you why. If you truly think I have no value, why do you want me to tag you?
Yeah.
If you think I have no value, why are you asking for it? I hear the idea that people say, oh, is it not to just make a video? Well, yeah, make the video. It's such an awfully real conversation.
Yeah.
If being a creator takes no talent, all of you in your family don't have talent, you to do it. I often like to wonder, like, why do you want to water down? And I can imagine how hard it must be for you guys as well. If it is so easy, then do it. Because it takes work. It takes brainstorming. I read books on marketing. Yeah. And because the way I look at influencers from a very business angle, I like to think that as an influencer, you're just a product that can be marketed to anyone.
Yeah.
And so if I have to read the books, I have to do the strategy meetings, I have to watch every famous person, I have to learn, I have to do things. I don't sound intelligent. I am intelligent because I've read. You to read. You to go on the podcast. Yeah. Do you understand? You to do the trips. So I like to think of it as broker deals. Like, you're not worth nothing as a creator. No. I don't like the idea when people say, oh, yeah, you're not. No. Like, you don't want me to say, yeah. Yeah, so that's the angle for me. But I think coming up is easier because you don't get to pay a huge fine.
Yeah.
You don't have sustaining it.
Yeah.
Sustaining is tough.
Yeah, I think, was that Emma's answer as well? I think.
Yeah. Emma's answer was like when you're at the top already, like it's harder to sustain because it's easier to fall.
It's so easy.
Like any small mistake and like
any small thing, it's easier to fall.
When you go forward, people put there's an unrealistic expectation.
They take you up to on the pedestal. So
yes, and sometimes they don't tell you to make a video that I'm not a saint too. I'm not a sinner, but I'm not a saint. It's like, put me on because also I'm 23. I'm going to make mistakes. I think it's unrealistic to look at me and think I'm perfect. I'm going to be, yes, because I also haven't lived life a lot. So even when I see them like come for, like, let's say movie producers, there's a commissioner, someone said, oh, I don't think actors should dance, actors should do this.
Oh yeah, I saw that tweet.
And it made me a bit surprised because I'm like, you can't awfully expect everyone to know everything. I think it's unfair. I mean, it's also how I grew up. I grew up with parents who say I don't know. Yeah. I grew up with parents who say, oh, I'm going to read about it so I can answer. But it's almost like, yes, my dad always say, okay, I'm going to check it out now. And he'll come back to you. Cool. So when I hear people like have a huge, this person should know better, but they don't. Yeah. And I would never make fun of someone who's uneducated. I saw someone recently laugh at someone about how they pronounce the word. And I was like, that's weird. It's such an awful thing to mock people who do not know better. Like, it's such I was like, why? Because you're better off than me because you know what I don't.
Because you know more than,
Yeah. Even when people say things about food or about, I just don't know better.
Yeah.
Like, the first time I tried sushi, I said, this is the first time I'm trying sushi. And people are like, you've never tried sushi before? Yeah, I'm Nigerian.
Are you saying sushi?
Have you eaten everybody?
Yeah, like, exactly. And because I think that we need to be awfully real sometimes. Like, you need to also tell yourself, like, this isn't like socially acceptable. What's acceptable to you? You must find your middle ground and be like, oh, I don't think that's okay. There are many times my friends say stuff, I'm like, you are speaking from a place of misinformation and I will let you know, but I'm not going to mock you for it. So when I see certain conversations online and I am mocking, I'm just like, because I don't, imagine me, I don't know sushi now, you're laughing at me, okay, I don't know sushi now. My grandma, they chop sushi. No, now. If I go China, they don't know. They can't make a notebook for me. No, so let's be real. Yeah.
Random, yeah. Before we even go on, like, I think, down to this food conversation, obviously, like, you've eaten all of these tastes, you've tasted different type of food. What's like one thing that you ate and I was like, fuck, like, God, this is so good?
If you are in Cross River right now.
Fisherman soup?
No. Close to the port, when you want to go to Akwa Ibom. There's an afang there.
You even remember the location
No, I'm
where
not
you child it.
Some days when I want to sleep and I need happy memories, I think of that afang. I'm never.
I don't dare.
There's a afang with so coiled. Jesus. Stop it. Stop. Bro,
I
that
also gotta try
afang
that
had
child.
snail inside.
I'm,
And so I
I'm
didn't
tasting
know.
it from your reaction.
Like, see. I wish I can wave you that afang for me. I didn't know that in East Africa they don't really eat snails. So I remember explaining to my friend, like, oh, we snail. They're like, snail? I'm like, yeah, snail. Do I eat octopus where I'm from? Do you want to eat octopus? And because also cultures are very different. And I remember traveling to the north and I would eat so much. And they're like, how can you eat all this? I'm like, it's just your palate. And that's another thing. A lot of foods are based off what you've eaten already. You
Yeah.
have to, like, a lot of foods are, like, it's acquired taste. Like, people say, sushi is like, a lot of things are acquired taste. You haven't tried it before. Obviously, you're not going to like it yet. You need to understand the flavors. I recently said, I was in Bonny Island and I tasted their jollof rice. And I posted on my Snapchat, Nigerian jollof is made differently by different people. And it's because I have eaten northern jollof rice. I've eaten northeast, I've eaten northwest. I've eaten things that primarily form that what you have around you. So let me give you an instance.
Ingredients.
Yes. In Jos, they will have more exotic ingredients, a lot more exotic. In fact, I wouldn't even say exotic, but these are the words that people use. It's colonialist mindset, but more exotic spices. So maybe like basil, they would put it in their jollof rice. Do you understand?
Paprika.
But sorry. They put it in their jollof rice. They have all of these things because they can grow there. But in a place like Bonny Island, where they have a different array of spices, right? Of course, it's not going to taste the same. And I was having this conversation that food, a lot of things are based on your, like, a lot of food, a lot of preferences, your religion, a lot of things are based on people you've loved, people you've met.
Yeah.
So even when people are like criticizing a lot of stuff, I'm like, this idea might never be original to you. Your beliefs are not original. You've learned them. Do you understand? Same way you cannot learn it. So it's one of those things that I'm like,
One of my, I think I always say this, my favorite book, Still Like an Artist by Austin Kleon.
I've never read that book. I'm so embarrassed. But a lot of people say it's a
Yeah, and it's just
So that's the only book that I've ever read. So he's always talking about it. Moving on.
He has pictures, that's all.
I know. You don't need about both of you. The friends like you don't need enemies. You're good. You're good. Enemies came. No, you guys. Yeah, you guys are good.
So the book just basically talks about like, how ideas are like undetected plagiarism, and it's literally just how ideas, like I can take, for example, Deliveroo in UK.
Yeah.
Somebody can come do something and make it Chowdeck. I say, I'm the owner of Chowdeck. I brought this service to Nigeria, like the food delivery.
Yeah.
But it was already in the UK.
It
So
already existed.
so like it's the same thing how, ideas, like even with food as well. Like and even in terms of like creativity.
Yeah.
Even in podcasts as well, like the way we do our podcast is very, very different. People come and say, I like the you guys, I like the you guys, I've been on podcast fan. It wasn't like this, like.
And actually, I really like you guys' podcast.
Yeah,
it
so
feels
like
very much. It feels like a kind of.
Last one. We need to have last one shake.
Shaking this guy.
We need to have last one shake. But I mean, it's the same thing. Like it's just that originality. But at the same time, you still look at other people and also like have ideas, like spark your creativity, and you undetected plagiarism, you make it your own, and that's the same thing. Like that's my mindset when it also comes to like so many things, like even and with the podcast, we do our creativity and everything. At the same time, moving on to like how you. I've always thought, like content creation, like, when I see some of your videos, like, I think there was one time you went to one far place, it was after Ekpe or something, like, I don't think this is like last year.
Was I looking for a job?
Yes. You went to look
I remember that video.
let's look for a job. And it might have just like, what's even the creative process behind this video?
Yeah, it was Badagry.
It was
They said
Badagry.
speaking French.
Yeah, it was Badagry. I remember now. It was Badagry.
And it might have just like, I like you're on Okada, like, there's one you're on Okada, like, I'm like, like, what's the creative process? Like sometimes when I see different content creators, like there's some creators that like, I'm just like, how did you transition to this? How did your content
What was your head thinking?
Because it's just so easy for it to be in your comfort zone. Because now Isaac and I, we have episode topics, like ask our producer Khalida, like we have episode topics that if you're looking for numbers, like if you're looking, we know the type of topics you can do.
Exactly.
Like, we understand our audience and we know what, So like in my head, we just think, like for creators, in my head, that Ekpe video, you just...
What the hell?
Like
what are you doing?
So what's your creative process for some of your videos like?
So I like to be... I think whatever I'm going through in my life, right? Just in a more muted tone, I draw a lot of inspiration from my actual life, right? At that time in my life, I was actually looking for a job. My parents were subtly hinting at me that, well, before law school starts, find quick, typewriting, small, paralegal. And so it was just also because I think the way my brain is wired, because I feel like a lot of things people have processed, I processed it a long time. I didn't like myself when I was small. Hating yourself is the ultimate. Once you get there, you really don't care anymore. But it was just one of those things that doing it together? Okay. It was just one of those things that I became more aware that my life's in my hands. Like I'm someone who genuinely feels like I can do anything and everything. I was having a conversation today.
Yeah.
If everyone is special, who then is special? Meaning it's the people who just go out there and do stuff. And I think that's how I've lived my life. People always tell me you use your free will. I'm like, yeah, because it's free will.
Yeah.
It's the one thing, like for me, how I look at free will, it's like, it's free will. People realize like, tomorrow I can wake up and say, shit, I want to be governor. But it's free will. Like,
It's free will.
I feel like we're always so confined to so many things. And that's how I look at content. Like, it is my page. It is my story. It is my... If I wake up tomorrow and I want to be a singer, I'll go to the studio and I'll record it. What will you do to me?
Yeah.
And I remember when I started acting and someone was like, "Oh, Tobe, you're such a bad actor." I'm like, yeah, but I tried. Look at you. Like,
What
when
are
I
you
at home, like,
What are you doing?
Of course you don't think you're doing better than me. Like, of course. And it's something I like to think about. When people say, like, oh, you're bad at this. Well, that makes both of us. Look at you too. You're bad too now. But I want to be the person who tried. One of my greatest fears is that they say, on the boy had potential. I want to finish my potential.
What's that thing about
Next of kin should have potential. I want to finish
no,
her.
no evidence.
No evidence at all. Like, I want to, and that's how I live my life. I want to be also because I'm a very expressive person. If I think of something, also my mind is so mad. Jeez. Like some days I think of something, I'll just be laughing by myself. People are like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. It's why I can't have a podcast. I'm everywhere. So when I think of ideas, I'm just like, I want to do this thing. And then I just do it. I think one thing my team really speaks about is I can't stop. Also because I don't know it. So I don't really understand social cues either.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what is not acceptable.
Yeah.
So if I post a video and people are like, Tobe, this video is Raz. I'm like, yeah, okay. I feel like it's such an ignorance is bliss situation. Because even when I transitioned into more content that felt like me, I mean, all content felt like me, but when it was showing that side of my life where which I still am struggling, a couple of my friends were a bit disapproving of it. It was very, this doesn't fit our aesthetic anymore. But I didn't get it because I'm like, I don't even know. That's the good thing of, I'm just doing.
But did they say to you, you just got...
So in muted tones.
Yeah.
So
they will insinuate it, like,
I didn't know we even noticed. It's someone that will tell me that, did you notice that this brand was a bit jiffy about you? I'm like, yeah. More brands to come. I don't take anything personal. So I've been off campaigns for certain things and I'm just like, hey, crazy. Thank God, say brand never finished in Nigeria. I'm very, as it comes, I don't think anything is too deep, too personal. I don't think I could have a conversation with someone and like, I would feel bad anymore. I don't like, yeah, you don't like that video? I'm crazy. Even I don't really like what I'm saying. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to change options, opinions.
Yeah, because I actually understand because at some point, like I saw the branding you were at some point, and then when I started seeing those sorts of like on Okada, like doing the videos, like a much more organic and relatable.
Yeah, it felt so real. It felt so real.
So like sometimes I feel like, does your audience, do they put pressure on you? Or is it yourself that put pressure?
No, I put pressure on myself like mad. I grew up with a very ambitious dad who, I'm a lawyer. I always say this. My sister's a medical doctor. My two brothers are engineers. That's my family. I can't rest. Like, it's something I struggle with. But if I rest, Jesus, I feel like, can you see my eyes right now? I'm shooting tomorrow. I shot yesterday.
Ooh.
I'm here today. I just feel like if I don't put in the work, and it still goes back to the thing of, I don't want to die with potential. There's something I always tell my team. I say, it's a job for you, it's my life. It's my career. It's so easy to go down.
Yeah.
It's so easy to pivot. I remember one day I was on Instagram and someone sent me a message. Tobe, God wants you to know that your greatest fear that one day you'll be relevant is never going to happen. It was, guys, I don't follow that. I don't even know that account.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Because that was such a fear of mine. because the way I started off social media was because social media can be a bit dog is dog. I really like how the creative space is now. It's very collaborative. It's very, if it was very one person thinks of it, let me do it, let me.
Yeah.
It was very competitive,
Yeah.
right? And so now I don't care about relevance. I'm just like, if I do relevance, I don't even care. I don't catch myself thinking of relevance. I just catch myself doing. For instance, that's how the trip started.
Yeah.
I want to leave Lagos. So where I want to go to Kano. Mommy has spoken about Kano for a while. Let me go there. I'm a quick thinker. I book my flights. So I think everyone on my team already knows that's who I am right now. That I'm not even. I say I can wake up tomorrow and say I want to sing song. I don't owe anyone an explanation. I want to live my 20s saying I want to live my life saying I lived. Like there's such an awful idea that we have to have life together. It's so pretentious. No one does.
And it's similarly to me. I think this year I became much more open-minded. Like I'm somebody like before Isaac and I even decided that we're going to do video podcast. Usually, like I would sit down with like podcast clubhouses then, and would argue, would talk like forum that like podcasts should be audio. You know, like video podcasts are talk shows. You know, they are very. You know, we would have those arguments and all and everything. So when we eventually realized that this is the next step for this is what we need to do. You know, the first ever video podcast we recorded, so ass. Like it never went up.
Why though? I would always.
You can pay to come watch it. I still have the file. If you want to watch it, no problem.
It never went up.
Sorry,
man.
I think me I will pay. I don't get it. I want money.
No. So
is it that bad?
No, crazy. No, like so me. Right, so that day, like our video podcast, this guy had a bottle of Hennessy in his wardrobe. So I'm like,
we
let's have it on the podcast.
In I were like, oh, you know, like,
bro. So like, let's
stuff like, oh, they drink with red.
On my account, they drink, they yap.
We're just drink.
They
yap waiting.
You know that they just watch a video, just say, I will not post time, Jerry.
We're not saying that like now, man. It's not good. It's never good.
But essentially, like it just speaks on how, for creatives and like just living your life, like, just do it, like, you know. So, for example, this year, I've even gone for like ad audition. Like I wouldn't even leave my comfort zone and do ad audition. Like Koti messaged me and like, oh, she wants me to come on Love and Lies. Usually I would say no. That's like, not my. And then I went for it to work. So I saw the reception from everybody. I saw how everything was.
He fell in love.
He looked like he's
I saw how everything was. And then I'm just like, I'm just much more open-minded. So like, even when I decided to open the fragrance page, like I'm talking about fragrances.
Yeah.
One girl yesterday was International Men's Day. It's all like, oh, male fragrance contact me I enjoy. He tagged me.
Are you serious?
My 200 followers. I'm like, you understand? Like, if I didn't leave my comfort zone, like I wouldn't. If I didn't just do it, like if I didn't just record like videos and everything, and it just takes the mind as to our podcast. And when we started the podcast, like we were just always doing it on the basis of, just enjoy, like even there's no money in podcast. Like, even saying that there's no
don't
money
say
in
that.
podcast.
There's always money. We're just getting there.
Yeah, we're just getting there, but we're just always just enjoying. And we enjoyed the feedback, like it was motivating us to do. Like we're always looking forward to recording, all that kind of stuff. So, so I saw it as a sense of purpose, more like even like a job and everything. So more like the way you see yours, but in my own vision, like how I see So Nigerian, people will listen. There's so many people that would probably come from your following list that watch this episode and say, oh, there's something to be said on So Nigerian that struck me. There's something that, like my content creator journey, I learned from that episode. Similarly to the episode we recorded with Tosi Akimbo, we didn't know they were underground nightlife guys that were trying to build a career in nightlife promotion until Tosi Akimbo's episode.
People started reaching out.
The way people started reaching out, talking about how that episode changed our mindset. Changed our...
Jamie and I went to a restaurant like last week and someone like saw like we should put
we had to call Tosi that, like, so in my head, like that's like what gives me joy. Like that's what I just feel like is a purposeful life. Like I want to live this earth and say, I listen to tonight. I mean, and bro, like, and the thing about podcasting is that people that listen to our 2021 episodes, 2020 episodes,
it will always be there.
Do you understand? It will always be there. Like it would always, even after we're gone, like it will always be there. So I just feel like it's like one of my purposeful living in this life. As I'm doing all the other things, So that's how I see some of the episodes. We can have episodes on something else that would never even add value to anybody.
Yeah,
But
just like
we can just crack jokes throughout. Bro,
Mhm.
we are funny people. Like, we can just crack jokes, but then we try to incorporate humor with like
Impact.
knowledge and
Real stuff,
impact and
yeah.
all that stuff. So those are some of the things that we just feel like it makes us ourselves because we have a direction, we have a vision. Some same way you have a vision with your content creation, and same way you have like your angle towards taking things and how you treat your audience and what you see. Just like how somebody came to me and said that, they want to become a lawyer from me. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think it's just from? Oh, it's from. I said the way you made law school look. I
People
nearly
tell me that's because it's so interesting. I say,
If you know, you know.
but do you know what's funny? A hill I'm willing to die on is law school is actually not hard, but I do think they make it. Law school is not hard. It's not a hard program,
Yeah.
but I think going through it is hectic because you have class. There's so many things you have to wear suits. I mean, you can wear white
At all times.
No, so to be fair, you can actually just wear white. But most people want to look professional. There are just so many things that make it a lot more stressful than it should already be. Do you understand?
It's a
It's
Nigerian
someone.
thing.
So yes, it's a Nigerian thing, and it's even not just with law school. It's with. I hate the idea that we feel education should be easy and accessible. I hate the idea that we've made education so covered, so almost like it's for a select few. It's like, how can there be classism in education too? And this is not even about law. It's about education in general.
Yeah.
You want to make it expensive or, you want to
Hard.
target. Yeah. It's so, I find it so, and it's one of my missions in life, genuinely, that I make education look cooler. That I want people to say, oh, I can be young and educated. I can be an artist and be an educated. Like, also because education will give you so much perspective.
100%.
So much. I used to tell people that the gift in books is not knowledge, it's the perspective. To be able to see how someone thinks is mind blowing. I've read so many books. And to just see how an Indian person that lives in Japan thinks. To be able to see how a New Yorker thinks. You're just like, oh, I didn't know about this. But now I do. Perspective is such a gold mine.
Yeah.
To see how people think, to see their thought process, to learn how to think like people is so unexpected. I think one thing I really want people to know and understand is education is not inaccessible. It's not uncool. When I meet people and they say, oh, I think this is hard, I'm always like, but things will not be easy. Like, it's not, that's what makes you strong. Life is not, like, a lot of things are not meant to be easy.
Yeah.
They're meant to require you to find your strength. If life is easy, you never know how to punch.
I remember having this conversation with a friend who's currently studying in the UK, and like he was talking about how like his thesis project supervisor would like it was like they were working on it together. Like he would teach him and like I remember my time like they would throw your chapter 1 or 2 like
this fucking chapter.
who the fuck are you? Get out of here!
don't
And
do
I
it.
was like, and the guy was like, his supervisor is like really interested. Like they're like, come in, let's write this together. I'm just like, bro, like when I was starting my project, like I'm like, what the fuck is literature review? Like, nobody's telling me what this thing is. They're not like, oh, go to the library and bring one this thing and copy what the person is doing. I'm just like, no, that's not what education is.
I also think a problem with education in Nigeria is that we don't use a system that is made for us. And I'm going to give you an example. The more you study history in Nigeria, you learn in Africa as a whole. We should learn a lot more about Africa, a lot more about Nigeria, and a lot more about our people. And I feel like I always tell people, like, read history books. Like, read history books. Because a lot of things that it's just like, I shouldn't have to wear a black tie, a white shirt, blue trousers. Look at my climate. It is hot.
Yeah.
It's harder to assimilate when it is hot. Like, why do you want me to cut my hair? Why is my hair? And so there's so many conversations that you just realize, like, it's just trickle down. It trickles down of colonialism. Like, sometimes it's not just neo-colonialism. I'm just like, what exactly? I've read so many books that I'm like, there's so many things that we learn that we shouldn't be learning. There's so many things that we should be learning that we're not learning. I recently was reading an article and someone said, Africa is made to export. We think we're import-oriented, but we're made to export. Because there are no trains that take you from Zimbabwe to Uganda. There are no trains that take you from Zimbabwe to Nigeria, to Lagos. You understand? But that's not how it is in Europe. You can go from Paris to Germany.
100%.
It is harder to go to East Africa. It is more expensive to go to East Africa, maybe the same price range than it is to go to London. You understand? So sometimes when you think of some things and you're like, why is it so hard for me to get an XYZ visa for an African country? Do you understand? It's almost like it's trying to keep us out. It's trying to keep us, and I read about divide and rule recently, and I was like, it makes perfect sense that on a continent, like a lot of our education is not. I was recently reading something about the Aguda people who they say returned from Brazil and they live in Lagos now. And I was like, I've never heard about this. And there's so many things you just read about and you're just like, oh, damn. Like when I was in Taraba, and they're like, oh, this is the largest tea farm in Africa.
Tea farm.
Yes. And people say it's the largest in West Africa.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't know this. Or that we have the highest points in West Africa in Taraba too. And you just think of it. Immediately I said, what's tea? I didn't even know we used to drink tea. And there are so many things that we're not aware about.
Yeah.
That it is our culture. Like, we've been robbed of culture so much. And it's almost like, okay, before colonialism, what exactly do we know? We take little things, Benin Empire, Oyo Empire, but like we had actual empires. We had actual people. We had actual administrative system. Before the emirs came, there were things that, there's a gap, there's a huge gap.
Yeah.
Because Nigeria became a place, right? But there's a huge gap. They don't tell us a lot. And when I have conversations with people, or when I read books, or when I speak to historians, so this is one thing that really inspires my travel. You can speak to like an old person in one place, and they're like, oh, do you know this place is a border to XYZ? I remember being in Yobe, and they're like, do you know that this is Niger? And I'm like, are you for real? And they're like, yes. And in Taraba, they're like, do you know there are people here that speak French as a local language? And it's so random because I'm like, what do you mean? And they,
French.
yeah. And it's like when I found out that we weren't just colonized by Britain. It was trade by barter, there was Portugal. There was,
Yeah.
and I remember just learning that thing randomly in Kano. And I'm like, I never knew this. And I can say, oh, yes, it's because I didn't read it. But why wasn't I taught this? Like, it's such a... Why do we stop learning languages at JSS3? Like, I feel like our educational system is very... And that is also why things become... That's why mode for entry is now difficult.
Yeah.
The reason our lecturers don't want to teach us is because they suffer to learning. There is such trauma in education that you realize, I understand why the lecturer is angry teaching me. The lecturer is not paid enough. The lecturer didn't learn it easy. I understand. I was recently watching this movie in Bonny Island, and they were like, when the white people came, we were forced to learn another language. Abandon our own, abandon our gods and all of that. Imagine how traumatizing it was between the parents of the people who already existed and the children who were forced to learn
Those languages.
There's a disconnect.
Yeah.
And every time I travel to another African country, I see it. When I was in Senegal, the people speak French and another language. And I'm like, so sometimes how do you communicate? They're like, well, there's a little gap. They speak another. I'm like, and there's so many places colonialism exists that you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
It's so there. Like, it's so there. Like, I feel like there needs to be an awakening where we start saying, oh, we need to start teaching X, Y, Z. And it's something that that's why I read so many history books. I want to be able to say, I think this is better. Not because I just think, because X, Y, Z is as proved to be better. That's why I really admire like the teachers in China, in Japan.
Yeah.
They teach them so much history that they know. They know, like we don't know a lot about South African apartheid. Like, we know names. We don't know about the Rwandan genocide. Like,
Just no surface stuff.
yeah, it's just bits and pieces. It's almost like they don't want us to know who we truly are. And that's why with education, I'm always like,
Do you want to maybe transition your content to
do you know
stuff
what's
like
funny?
that?
Not even just content, actual governments to be able to make policies that help education. That's
Professor
one.
T.
Yeah, we
That's
live,
one dream
we
of
live.
mine. Like something that also because we need real change, real impact. And that's why I like to see content as such a subtle way that you don't even realize I'm changing I don't want people, like, I like to make my content so fun that you don't realize this is real change. Like, I don't want to, and that's why I really started traveling to the north. That's why I enjoyed it. You didn't know when you started thinking, oh, this place is cool. Oh, let me go to Bauchi for the weekend.
Yeah.
Like, it's so subtle. I think that's how things should be.
I mean, this guy already does it. What's it, this Governor Munike guy?
Oh,
Yeah, like, you know, the whole political thing he does, and then politicians are now adjusting because of
Because
sometimes they even reference him.
Exactly. I think things don't have to be harsh. You can slow things into slow identity.
Yeah. I mean, this was honestly like, I genuinely did learn a lot from you today.
Oh, thank you.
And it just shows
Masterclass.
it just shows how much of a master of all.
Amen.
But yeah, like we've come to the end of today's episode, and it was a very, very interesting episode. Like, I learned a lot, even in terms of like even creative process, like content creation as well. And one thing I can even just tell you people that, like, there's just so much to pick from this episode. Like, and if you're somebody that, like, you're coming from possibly like Tobe and like you've seen his journey, like, I feel like everything he explained will give you further insight as to his content and everything and how he sees and how he even thinks, So thank you so much for coming, man. And you guys, before we go, we have this little short segment.
Again.
Just
No,
one. No,
just
you're not
this.
singing. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, yeah,
You're
not
not
singing,
singing.
you're
You're
not
not
singing.
singing.
Thank God. I'm not rapping too. I'm not dancing.
That's it. It's just a segment that does like, how Nigerian are you?
Okay.
Because obviously I'm so Nigerian.
Yeah. Yeah. So Nigerian. Okay.
So basically, we just ask you questions and then you just answer like quick fire type vibe, you know. So, do you taste something new or stick to your comfort zone like a true Nigerian traveler?
Taste something new.
Do you say I'm coming when you've not left your bed?
I'm like mad. I'm coming.
Nigerian jollof for fried rice.
Nigerian jollof.
Or Akwa Ibom Afang?
Don't go there! Don't go there! So,
Shawarma or suya?
I love Sia, but shawarma is so fat and so nice and so juicy. Shawarma.
Can you go a day without saying Omo or God
Omo, I don't think so.
You said it a lot. You said it a lot.
I don't think so.
You know another thing he says in the video? Whoa, I'm tired.
What? I'm so tired. See, I'm always tired. I'm always tired.
Man, thank you so much for coming,
This
man.
was such an amazing one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you,
hope to have you again.
I doubt.
Yeah.
I hope to not be in Nigeria. I hope to make it out.
We'll make you. We'll expand it. We'll expand it.
Amen.
So African.
So African.
Maybe do say in Uganda next year. And then New York. And then South Africa.
Yeah. Thank you. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you drop your comments, drop your reviews, anything. And obviously, it's so easy to find him.
Yeah, I was about to say, where can we find him? I was like, who doesn't know where to find him?
No, please find me on my Substack. I'm a writer. Okay. Occasionally, I post on
Substack app.
Instagram.
Like, people say find me on Instagram. Like, nobody says find me on
Bro, we
Substack.
intellectuals, find me on this thing. You can read our articles on New
Who
York
is searching
Times.
for?
Yeah, on New York Times.
Yeah, you can find our Rolling Stones
Where
and
were
all
the
that.
articles, Dami?
I don't know, man.
We've
I
come to
don't
the end
know.
of the YouTube.
But-
the end of the podcast.
Wait. Who says find me on Substack? Like, these people that listen, do you actually find people on Substack?
Okay, find me on LinkedIn.
That's
You know, I'll join Substack.
Yeah, you should.
See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.